Hey folks. Hi everyone, and welcome once again to a Luthiers Lair live edition. Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry about that. That was a bit of a remiss of me to not pay personal tribute to Vangelis, who was a huge influence on me when I was younger. And even to this day, I have all his works, and kind of shaped my musical outlook. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? How's everyone doing? Hope you're all well. And we have a very, very hot day here in South Florida with thunderstorms coming up, so I hope the power stays on, as usual. And today, we're going to be discussing concept bases. Ideas, thoughts about balance, components, overall sound, the way the instrument sounds, just ergonomics, what makes a good bass, and why I decided to actually go with the models I did go with. And then I'm going to show you some of the concept models I'm going to be putting up for sale in the middle of the month. Yes. Notice I'm wearing the normal shades today because it's kind of dull as well out, and I use natural light to light this. Anyway, you're here on the channel here, and it would be really good if you haven't subscribed to the channel to just go ahead and subscribe. Ring that bell for any upcoming content that I might be putting up there. You'll get notified, no problem. Give me a thumbs up if you like what's going on here. If you don't, then don't give me a thumbs down, please. And also in the description section I put some affiliate links in there for gear and stuff like that. If you click on that and you buy something there, helps me out, helps the channel out, helps me grow, helps me keep doing this. I hope you appreciate that, and I certainly appreciate all of you guys who join me. Thank you. David Milne, good evening to you, Sir David. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, and like I said, today is going to be all about prototypes and concept bases that I that I produced over the years, and it's very much like I don't know. This is controversial, okay? It's controversial. It is. It's controversial. I'm going to say a word that's controversial, but it's like an evolutionary tree. When you start off with certain concepts and certain ideas in your head, when you're designing a bass guitar, some of them branch and flourish, others lead to an evolutionary dead end. And I'm going to show you both today. Yes, I'm going to show you both of them. And we'll demo them and stuff. Actually, the first bass I want to bring in was a bass that I'd conceived of a long time ago. It was based on, sorry about the pun, it was based on the P bass body and a modified P bass neck. But the difference is that it had, well, you know what? Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Big cheers, big cheers. Come on. Here it is here. This is called the Gas Bass Tomcat. Yes. Thanks for the golf clap. And yeah, let's unmute it. This bass, okay, I'm going to give you a rundown of each bass, what it is comprised of, and why I chose that. This bass has a body made of basswood. Basswood. A lot of people say basswood, but you know, I keep looking up the pronunciation of, it's Basswood, okay? Basswood. And every pronunciation I've come across says basswood. I used to call it basswood when I was a kid. And everyone was, oh, it's wood for basses, isn't it? It's a basswood, isn't it? Nah, that's not what it means. It's actually a very lightweight wood. Not particularly hard. Can be dinged quite easily, like poplar, for example. But it's very easy to work. This one, as you can see, I'm going to give you a rundown of it. So it's a basswood body. It is stained navy blue on the front and the back, as you can see there. It has a semi-gloss oil, natural tung oil finish on it. And I left the rest of the basswood the colour that I wanted it to be. I stained it actually a golden oak. So it's two different stains on here. One was oil based, one was water based, and it was very hard to sort of combine the two, but it worked really well with the masking that I put on it. So this is basswood base. Now let's look at the pickup configuration here. Here we have a Musicman style double humbucker at the back. So it's like the special edition P bass where you've got a single coil at the back. But this is double humbucker Musicman pickup. Seymour Duncan, of course. Yes. Yeah. Without the name on it, because I can get them to do that because they love me. And yeah, because I make money for them. And yeah, well, less of it. This is not a paid promotion, right? And of course, we've got the standard split coil P bass pickup in the middle here. Normal P bass style pick guard. Modern P bass body shape. Let's get to the electronics though. It's a different story entirely. As you can see, the output jack is on the bottom of the bass, and normally with modern P basses it's in about here, but here I have a pickup select knob between front and back. This pickup is wired in series. I don't have a series parallel switch on it, I just wired it series. This one is, trying to remember, is low mids. Okay, so I usually turn that quite a bit up. I have a stack pot here. It's active, by the way. It's an active bass. So you can see a big battery cavity in the back there. Yes, indeed. Yes. It doesn't vibrate or anything, you know. It's okay. Hello, Mother. Welcome to the show. I'm glad to see you commenting there. Thanks, Mum. And okay, the stack pot here is the bottom knob is a bass control. The top one is treble. So you get the middle and the treble, and this one is master volume. So you get already sounds pretty good, eh? Onto the neck. The neck is a maple neck. in fact, nearly all of my basses have maple necks. I do play around with oak for necks. In fact, the great Franco Di Donato, one of my endorsers. Cheers, Franco. Plays basses. Actually, the Greta bass he has, which is a Falcon Series 2 Special Edition Greta bass, which is what he named it, has an oak neck. An oak neck. They're a bitch to make. They really are. They're a total bitch. But aside from that, very, very stable. Oak is extremely stable, especially if it's been kiln dried and seasoned, flattened out. It's perfect for necks. And of course on the top here, this might look like rosewood, but it's not. It's Pal Ferro stained. There is like a restriction on Indian rosewood right now. It's an endangered species of tree. And if you make your guitars with a rosewood, or even sometimes nowadays an ebony fretboard, and you try and ship it overseas, from here anyway, it will get confiscated. Yes, it will. Confiscated. It will get confiscated and you'll never see it again, and not even the insurance will cover it, because you broke the law by making it out of Indian rosewood or ebony. So this is Pal Ferro, and you know, Pal Ferro has a very similar structure to rosewood. It's just as hard and tightly grained, and it's perfect for fingerboards and fretboards. The way you can spruce it up a bit is by staining it, or you know, never paint a fretboard, of course. Staining it and then giving it a light coat of boiled linseed oil and letting it sit for like a month for it to season, and then you'll be fine. On this particular bass, you can see the headstock shape is very unusual, because I didn't want Fender raping me in court, you know. Basically. So yeah, that's what happened there. And I have a combination here of gold hardware and gold hardware there, a gold bridge, and black tuners. Now these components, because this was a concept bass, these are like mid-range components, still very good. I never ever buy low range components because it shows. Yeah, it definitely shows. You do not want to buy low range components. Mid range and up is fine, you know, in price point, stuff like you get what you pay for, you really do. So the tuners are Fender black anodized steel tuners. Same with the string tree there, and the string retainer, or string tree as we call them here. The nut is a synthetic bone nut, so it has the same characteristics as a proper bone nut, but no sheep died during the making of this bass, or whales, or elephants, or anything like that. I'd touch that with a 10-foot pole. No way, man. No way. No way. And yeah, there's a good conversation going on between David and my mother there, so that's good. I'll just leave you guys to it, okay, while I go through things, okay? So let's see how this sounds. Now, I've got the, let's see. I've got the pickups blended right now. I'll put the low mids, or mids, to about the middle there. I've got full treble on here, about 3/4 bass, and about 65% volume here, because it's a very powerful preamp in this one. And I will go into the company I usually work with for preamps, but by the way, I was expecting a bunch of strings in today and I didn't get them, so these are older strings. Yeah. Yeah, I was really annoyed with that. I didn't get fresh strings in for all these basses. But they'll all have their individual videos for sale anyway, so. So it's got a nice chunky slap tone, you know. And the harmonics seem to stand out very good on this bass. It's just an evolutionary dead end, this bass. It inspires me when I play it now, but it didn't. The overall aesthetic didn't inspire me as a luthier to further its development. But I'm very glad I made it. It was 6 years ago actually I made this bass. And actually let's will we play a finger line or will we play a slap line for this and just go and play something on it and demo it and see what we get? Shall we do that? Shall we? Alright, yeah. Let me start up Cakewalk, because I'm an old fart and I use Cakewalk still. Okay, I do. Okay, let's go. See what we get. And I'm going to play the same line for each bass that I have in the lineup, so you can hear the difference between them all, okay? Yeah, I kind of screwed that up because I didn't actually mute the trace line that was on it. So. But it does sound good. I mean, let me play that just... Get the idea, right? Fantastic sounding bass. That's the Tomcat. I'm going to mute it now, and I forgot to say this episode's going to be me running about switching basses out and stuff. So I'm just about to do that now. Oh, by the way, this has a the electronics in this has a double click socket, so you go boom boom. Put it in twice. Eddie Wilms, who bought one of the Scorpion models that I offer, actually called me up one day and says it doesn't work. I don't have any audio. I said, really press that jack plug in, and it went in. I thought it got damaged in transit or something, but no, he went chick chick. I know it worked. It was great. Yeah. Okay. Next one. One of my favourites for sure. Hold on a minute till I put this on. Yeah, this is the very first real version of the Gasbass Scarab Series 2, which is a real standard of mine now. It is. See, I told you I was having audio problems. There we go. That's it. does that sound like? I don't know. It has a little bit of king bass to it. It has a little bit of alembic to it. I don't know. But this is the gas bass Scarab Series 2 Standard. Standard meaning no lights in the necks, buddy. No lights. There's no lights there. So as you can see, this bass, the body wood is sapele. The body's quite small on the Scarab Series 2. It's a smaller bodied bass, and as such, because I do have a headstock with standard tuners on there, as you can see, the wood has to be a little heavier, a little denser. So this is sapele, which is very similar to mahogany, African mahogany, or the Honduran mahogany. There's a similar density, similar grain. In fact, the grain's a little tighter on this, and you don't need to grain fill it so much. This one is finished in, again, a semi-gloss catalyzed polyurethane finish on this one. But before I finished it, I did stain it. I stained it, see, this is sort of a natural colour on the front, because that's kind of the natural colour of sapele, but on the side, ooh, it's darker. Ooh. It's got a nice, beautiful trim to it. And I love the shape. I love the single cutaway shape. You know, a la Gibson, a la whatever, like Gretsch, stuff like that. Oh, by the way, I've got some news about Gretsch, but never mind. Yeah. Having audio issues with this cable. There you go. Damn. I told you I was having audio issues, you know. Right, so this circuit. This is actually quite a big departure from the Series 1 in that these are ceramic pickups. They're not Alnico. Now you get Alnico 1 through Alnico 9 that I know of. The higher in Gauss. Magnetic field strength is measured in Gauss. If you're not a physicist, that means small and big. You know. Yes. And but with ceramic tend to give you a much brighter tonal sound, a per ohms resistance inside the guitar's electronics. So what I do have with this is two slimline noise cancelling double humbuckers, again from Seymour Duncan. Yep. And I do have them wired up with a series parallel option, which is these two switches here. So that's parallel right now. Okay, and let me try and get both pickups on here. So that's both pickups in parallel. You got. Let's put the bridge pickup into series. Bigger output, and then. Hear the tone change. Huge variety of sounds you can get out of it. If I put the bridge pickup on, parallel, here it's much more rounded sounding. And so we have the pickup blend in the electronics here. Master volume, bass, middle, treble. So 3-band on board. This is going to make it hard with this cable, man. Yeah. And with this particular bass, the Series 2 Scarab has a jazz bass neck profile, except for it's more of a U shape than a C shape at the back. So, and I think that lends to faster playing. That's just me. It's very subjective. Again, a synthetic bone nut here, and chrome hardware as standard. So that's all chrome. And of course the fingerboard itself is maple also. And I usually put mother of pearl dot inlays in the standard. The deluxe version of the Series 2, I do have one over there, has LEDs in the neck, and whatever colour you like. Well, I've got red, green, blue, purple. That's about it, really. You know, I don't have tartan LEDs, David. I don't. So let's go and play the line that we were trying to play before. You know, on this bass, and see how it sounds. What time is it? Oh my god, it's getting near that time. So let me play this for you. As you can see, fantastically crisp and clear sound. Of course, I can go right up to the front pickup and get something like... You know, you can get a variety of sounds out of it, and it's not only for slapping, of course, you know. Play fingerstyle on it as well. Of course, with fingerstyle you might want to switch about with the knobs and stuff. But this is a live broadcast. I'm planning to make individual videos of each model, just to show you the versatility that's available there. Talking about versatility. Well, let me unplug this first. Let me unplug this bass because we're going to go into the next one, and I'm going to fix this cable because it's crap. Yeah, so really weird. Angus has been up to it again, man. I don't know what he's up to. But there's just some things you should leave alone in this world. But I'm going to answer a question just now. Okay. What gauge strings do you use, and are they used across all the basses? Yes, David. They are 30s to 90s because I have little tiny, crappy little wimpy hands, which you'll actually see in this upcoming segment. Yes. I do use 30s to 90s. I can't, anything higher than that, I can get away with 35 to 95s. But 40 to 100 or anything higher, I just don't get the playability that I want out of them. But the basses can handle much more. For example, Eddie Wilms, who bought a Falcon Series 2, uses, I think, 45s to 110s. Elixir strings, which are an awesome brand. Yeah. So I hope that answers the question. But back on to not being able to play because you've got short hands or short arms. This week's really strange thing happened, and Angus is going to tell you all about it in Tales of the Really Weird. Angus Torag was a crap luthier, but he was always looking for new ways to improve his craft. So when he built a magic bass guitar that could actually time travel, even he wasn't prepared for the consequences. Angus wasn't the type to believe in magic, but he was willing to give it a try. After all, what did he have to lose? He nervously started to play, and to his surprise, it actually worked. He was instantly transported to the dinosaur era. But Angus quickly became scared and decided to try and find his way back home. But the magic bass guitar had other plans. The guitar wanted Angus to be Dinosaur King and rule over the dinosaurs, but Angus wanted to go back home. The guitar was attracting the attention of every nearby dinosaur, and Angus was quickly surrounded. He fought against the guitar's control and finally managed to break free, but the damage was already done. Angus was now stuck in the past with no way to get home. He also realised that T-Rex's arms were too short to play bass. How about that guy, right? I know many jealous physicists who would have really wanted to come to him for advice on how to do past time travel, but yeah, he's stuck there forever. Good, eh? I got a feeling he'll be back. Unfortunately. Anyway, yeah. So, let's get on to more regular style basses. Yes. Recently there was an uptick, I noticed in the market, that people were kind of craving back to basics stuff, pardon the pun, like the P-bass and stuff like that. So I thought, you know, I'm going to make a P-bass and make another P-bass and make another P-bass. And I made about, in the last 2 years, I think about six, 7 P-basses, I think. About 6 or 7. Of which this is one. And this is the, although it's not branded yet, actually. This is a new one. And I'm kind of proud to say that I did showcase this one a couple of weeks ago on YouTube, and I shared the link on Facebook, I believe. And I got a nice comment from Mr. Nick Beggs of Kajagoogoo. The craziest bonkers person I know, anyway. He's awesome, man. What a guy. What a guy. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's very honest as well. And he said to me that it was probably the best tone he'd ever heard from a P-bass. So I was very happy about that. No, I said I was very happy about that. So yeah, so this is the Gazbass PB1-A standard. Yes. PB1 P-bass 1 -A means active, because it's an active bass. And it's standard because I always call things standard when they don't have LEDs in the neck, you know. Yeah, so that's why it's called standard. As you can see, I include like the ashtray cover. It's gold hardware, but I include the ashtray cover over the bridge. It's a standard fender bridge underneath. Don't know if you can see it. Who's hiding? It's hiding under there. It's all cozy. It's all cozy and it's blanky there. Yep. So, yeah. Again, basswood. Very light, very easy to engineer, very easy to shape. This might be a good point to actually discuss tone woods. Tone woods are always important if you're making a semi-hollow or acoustic instrument. They're not that important when it comes to solid body electric guitars. The sound nearly always comes from the electronics you choose. Okay, that's it. Right? And like I said, I'm going to discuss electronics a bit more in detail coming up next, actually, in the next bass I'm going to show you. But this one, standard P-bass, modern P-bass configuration, split coil pickup, but the pickups are active and they are by EMG. EMG, great company. Love EMG. They sadly discontinued their affiliate program, so that's a bit of a bummer for me. Yeah, I was kind of sad about that. That's fine. That's okay. So, basswood body, normal P-bass routes. Gold bridge, gold bridge cover, and gold knobs with abalone or abalone tops. Abalone. I like the way Rick Mail would say it. Yeah. And this is a standard 3-ply white pick guard, although you can choose any colour you like. I don't care. I don't. The neck. The neck is maple. Once again, rock maple this time. Sometimes I'll put a flame maple on just for effect, but this one is rock maple all the way up. There's a slight ding in that actually, because I've been playing the crap out of it, because this is my personal one. I do have another one for sale though. Again, synthetic bone nut and gold tuning machine heads and gold string tree, and that comprises this bass. The active response in this circuitry is fantastic. This is all like EMG circuitry. I want to talk about another circuit maker that I work with heavily. David Milne says, Nick Begg's my man crush. Yes. He's a beautiful guy, isn't he? And he's 60 years old now. Can you believe it? What the hell happened to the time, man? Ma, yeah, hilarious. Thanks, Mum. Yeah. So, this bass again has. I got a great comment from Nick, and here it's such a clear, crystal clear sound. So. It's awesome. So let's play the little slap track to this. That one. And see how that sounds compared to the rest. Sorry, carried away there. Yeah, so it has a brilliant sound for a P bass. I mean, I'm not in good form today. See, injured my hand. That's okay. Soldier on, you know. Harmonic response is good. P-bass. Okay. What's next on the agenda? Let's unplug. So I've got cables all over the frickin' place here, you know. This one's really cool. This is a hybrid jazz / P type design. Why is it hybrid? Well, overview is that it's a jazz bass body, as you can see. And it's a P bass neck. So the heel, everything is different on this body. So I had to get this pick guard specially made by somebody. And not allowed to say who they are right now because it's paid sponsorship and stuff like that. But yeah, it worked out really well. Again, this has older strings on it, and I really apologise about that. I did switch out the cable, by the way, so we're not going to get interruptions. You can already tell difference, you know. So, this is a jazz bass body and a P bass neck, like I said. Concept. Just, you know, idling by, thinking about balance and everything else. And most of the jazz basses I've played have been pretty well balanced. Some of them have been kind of body heavy, and that's because they were made with heavier woods. And if you're doing like a burst like this finish, you don't need to, you know, with bursts you can like show the natural wood through. That's what the burst's meant to do, is to show that natural wood through there. But this again is basswood. Very resilient, very light. And we'll be getting on to something else after this. But I do want to get on to electronics in this one because it's the main company I work with the Falcon Series 2 electronics. However, basswood body, regular Fender bridge, nothing fancy, but we have Seymour Duncan quarter pounder pickups in here. Yes, they're awesome. They're really good. Just the amazingly good response. Fantastic. Okay, so it's basswood. Special pick guard with a company I use who can make any sort of pick guard you like, and they often do. electronics in this were by a company called Lair Audio in Portland, Oregon, actually. Fantastic company. They helped me design the electronics for the Falcon Series 2, the Greta circuit, as we called it. They're a fantastic company to work with. This one is pickup blend. Front pickup, neck pickup, sorry. Bridge pickup. I like to play sort of in between there so you can get a Marcus Millery sort of vibe. That sort of thing. The middle pot here is a stack pot once again with bass on the bottom there. And treble on the top, and again master volume. You can see there's no noise from this circuit. It's an absolutely top class circuit in this. Neck, once again, excuse me, Palfero fingerboard with mother of pearl dot inlays, maple, rock maple neck, and all chrome hardware, including the string tree and the tuning machines there. So, and it's very light. This one's about 7.5 pounds. Very light for a bass guitar. Very light. Should have played that. Anyway, never mind. So let's go through the usual rigmarole. Once again, absolutely fantastic sound. I mean, you can actually take I would take a bit of edge off the tone on that, you know. You put it on back pickup as well, you get that nice thin sound. That sort of sound. Get good harmonics out of it. That was an unnatural harmonic. The natural harmonics are very good on it. The unnatural ones. God, I can't even play that today. There you go. Thing I forgot to do on the other ones was tapping, you know. Nah, I'm useless today. This model is called the gas bass JB1-A Tribute, because it's a tribute to Louis Fender's philosophy as a whole in bass guitar. And it's a hybrid because it's a mix of a jazz bass body and a P bass neck. Talking of P basses, let's try this one out for the first time coming up. Let's try it. Yes! Again, you'll have to pardon me while I go. It's good. Oh yeah, I like to get unplugged. This is the 1951 P-bass replica, and I'm scared to play it because I don't want to dirty all the chrome up. I should have taken the chrome off, you know. I should have taken the chrome stuff off it. But listen to that. Is that a P-bass or what? And of course, probably the most famous player to use one of these basses, although it's a 1954, it's very similar to this one, is Sting. Sting of the Police. Yes. And he do something like jank 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 jank. Roxanne, you know how. I've got smudges on it already, man. So you can see the benefits of leaving something like this set up in the way you think it should be set up for like a week or two. And that's the first time I've actually really played this bass. Had to be live, of course, didn't it? When I'm having a crap bass day. Never mind. This just blows me away. Actually, it's half a pound heavier than the original. The original was 9.5 pounds. This is 10 pounds. 10 pounds, which is 4.5 kilograms. It's a heavy mofo. And I'll just describe it for you. It's ash body, big hunk of ash. This big ash body. Okay, and what I did was I grain filled it, primed it. I relicked it very slightly. I don't know if you can see the relicing on it. I put kind of like little scuffs on it and stuff. People were saying, "What are you doing that for?" It's meant to be an old base, for God's sake. It's meant to be an old base. So yeah, that's what I did with that ash body. Then, of course, the blonde yellow colouring, which was I think it was Rust-Oleum, just a Rust-Oleum, and then I put a 2K catalysed polyurethane coat over the top, and of course made the pickguard out of 3-ply pickguard material. You can buy big sheets of blank pickguard material, pretty cheap, and of course I had a pattern for it, or a template, and bandsawed that out, put that on. Underneath here is another, again, Seymour Duncan. Original single coil 1951 replica pickup. Yes. And I hand carved the neck to the specification of a 1951 P-base, which is like the U-shaped back of the neck, and it's all maple. But I didn't make it all out of one piece of maple. I did use a maple fingerboard because I just liked the piece of maple I got for the fingerboard, so I decided to make it a composite. It does have a brass nut, this base. And you know what? I've got like 3 or 4 bases to show, and I'm running out of time. I'll probably continue this next week. It's all chrome hardware. Of course, the chrome piece of steel here, chrome plated steel, to emulate the original control panel, real authentic Fender knobs here, and of course the bridge cover and the pickup cover, all authentic Fender parts. It's hefty though, you know. You might need to wear a back brace to play this. I'm not going to bother with the little track that I played it, because I don't want to be slapping the crap out of this, because I'm going to be selling this bass, and I want it to be beautiful in the way it is. The other ones that I can clean up very easily, they're worn in anyway. This one's brand new, you know. So yeah, and of course, as standard, the straps and strap locks come as standard, all chrome. That's for locking in the strap and stuff so that it doesn't fall off while you're playing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway. Authentic sound as hell. It's unbelievable. Through the cans here, it's great. It's great. Guys, that's about it for today. I'm very glad you joined me, and for those watching the rerun, thanks for coming along and taking a little look at the wares I have. I will be making specialised videos for each bass, playing a little better than I did today. No excuses, sore hand though. And yeah, and we'll go from there. But anyway, once again, thank you very much for joining me. Till the next time, stay safe, be good, and thank you very much for watching. Cheers folks, bye bye.